Hey YouTube, I'm giving you guys a deck profile video. I know it's coming to the end of the format, so this seems pretty pointless. So I was going to wait until the new format before doing a deck profile. But I've had quite a few people sort of messaging me and asking me if I can do a deck profile, so here we are. So we'll start off with the monsters. I run 2 Cyber Harpies and 1 Harpie Lady 1. I feel like the attack boost is good, however the fact that if you draw into a Harpie Lady 1 it's not as great as having the 1800 beater, especially under Hunter Ground. She gets to 2000, she's able to take over Thunder King and things like that, but Harpie Lady 1's good enough for that hysteric party play and boosting up your Harpies to sort of finish off your opponent. Then I run 3 Queen. She fetches the field spell, and she's a 1/9 beater. 3 Channeler. She's definitely the best monster in the deck. You know, pitch Harpie to special summon another one. And then I run 3 Harpie Dancer. A lot of people only run 2, but I think because we're so limited to the amount of actual monsters that we've got, I think it's necessary to max out on all the available Harpies. And then we just run a single pet dragon for rank 7 plays. I think 2 is too many. You don't want to be drawing them, and obviously if you run 2 you have a higher chance of drawing into it. At the moment I also run 1 Tempest, just to improve the consistency for rank 7 plays. I've had a lot of people not really like Tempest in Harpies, because they say, oh, you have to banish the Harpie and it affects Hysteric Party. But at the end of the day, you've got to remember, Hysteric Party can only bring back 5 Harpies, so when I'm running 12 Harpies, chances are I'm going to normally have more than at least 5 in the grave. On top of that, I run quite a few Wind XYZs, so you can always banish them as well to bring them out. And then I also just run the single Zephyros. He combos really well with the Hysteric cards and being able to reuse them and recycle them. He's also Wing Beast, so you can go into Ice Beast Zerifine, and just all round he's a great card. Okay, onto the spells. I run 3 Harpies Hunting Ground, 3 Hysteric Sign. To me obviously it's the best card in the deck. Just the 1 Elegant Egotist. I don't mind running 2, I'm not against it. I would probably like to run 2, it's just that space in the deck's really tight, and it's kind of more overkill running 2. Then I run 2 Swallow's Nests. Now this card I'm just trying out, so far I'm really liking it. I think Harpie's initial summon is something that's really important, and to hit the deck hard, all you got to do is take care of Harpie's initial summon and it pretty much shuts their turn down. So I will say that you need to run either 2 Swallow's Nest or 2 Forbidden Lance or 2 Trap Stun. I tested the others and so far I'm actually preferring Swallow's Nest simply because it's more versatile. You know, you can basically turn a bad hand into a great one. It turns any Harpie into Harpie Channeler if you don't have her in the hand. Another cool play that you can make with Swallow's Nest is you could say activate Hunting Ground, bring out Harpie Dancer, use her effect, destroy the 2 back row, use Swallow's Nest to bring out Channeler, and then go ahead and make your big XYZ plays. Another advantage for Swallow's Nest is that you can make a second attack with a monster, so it also helps in dealing that extra bit of damage and finishing your opponent off. And it also works really well with Zephyros in putting him straight into the grave. And not only that, but it also helps with Hysteric Party and having the ability to fill your grave up with Harpies really quickly, which is pretty important in the first couple of turns. And also it's great for dodging the obviously your opponent's spell and traps, and it basically does what Forbidden Lance does, but it has extra benefits such as what I've just mentioned. Then I also just run the staples 1 Book of Moon and 1 Dark Hole. A lot of people don't really run Dark Hole anymore. But I feel Harpies, especially if you're on the back foot, we need a big field clearer like that as well. Generally it doesn't really hurt us dark hole too much. If we've got a Hysteric Party set, it combos really well with that. Clear the whole field and then bring out your Harpies and attack the game. Okay, onto the traps. 3 Hysteric Party. It's too good not to run 3 of. It's basically our kind of main play. I just run the 1 Icarus attack. I have tried 2, but I feel 1's kind of the perfect number, because generally we don't leave just a single Harpy on the field. We generally go into XYZ plays, and they have conflictions with Icarus attack. But it's a good defensive card to have, but it's also quite good if you're wanting to do a Hysteric Party, and say if you've got the 5 Harpies and you can go into 2 rank 4s, and you've got that lone Harpy to clear the field. Then I just run the 2 Fiendish Chain. It's a pretty great card at negating your opponent's effects. The minute I run 1 Magical Hats, purely for its advantages of bringing out Hysteric Sign and getting your searching 3. I don't like 3. I tried 2. I didn't mind 2, but I felt that I drew into hats when I didn't really need it, and running the 1 is good enough to still have that search. And also run 1 Skill Prisoner to go with it. At the minute, this format Skill Prisoner is better than Breakthrough Skill, but that's why I run that one, but obviously you can change it up depending on the format. And then it's just the staples. Phoenix, Wing Blast, it combos really well with the Hysteric Sign. A Mirror Force, Torrential, 1 Compulse, 1 Bottleness, and 1 Solemn. Okay, so for the extra deck, I run obviously a Draco Sack, a Big Eye, and a Master of Blades. Obviously out of the 3, probably the one that's done the least for me this format has been Master of Blades. So of the rank 7 build, I'd probably drop him over the other 2. So yeah, onto the rank 4s. Just the 1 Phantasmal Dragon. A lot of people have stopped running him in Harpies, but I still feel he's a really strong card, especially against rogue decks, like at the big events. In your first couple of rounds, it really just shuts them down and they don't really have many answers to it. Obviously against more of the top tier decks, they've got outs to him quite easily, but against the kind of lower tier decks, he's really, really good. Plus dealing 2000, there's nothing to complain about, and him boosted with the Hysteric Party Protect Your Harpies, it's pretty much a good game. I run 2 Chidori. I tried 3, but generally in a duel I've never wanted to go into more than just 2, so I find 2's the perfect number. Same with Ice Beast Seraphine. I think she's a very underrated card. A lot of people only run the 1, and even then they're complaining about space and wanting to get rid of her, but I think she's Harpie's second go-to XYZ. She completely shuts down your opponent's field. You've got to remember, she shuts it down during their whole turn, so if they've got a field spell, any continuous spell cards, trap cards, they can't use them for the rest of their turn, so it's pretty good. I run the 1 Queen Dragoon Djinn, just for the XYZs for the rank 7 plays and recycling Pet Dragon. Then I run, obviously, Staple, Emerald. I'm testing him out at the minute. I'm not that keen on him in Harpies. I've only brought him out probably 1 or 2 times this whole format, so generally I don't bring him out, and he's probably one that I'll consider getting rid of. Djinn, I still think he's a staple rank 4, and then I just run the 1 Black Ship and the 1 Steel Swarm. At the minute, obviously, I'm looking for 2 Silent Honor Knights and 1 Exciton Knight, so I'd probably be getting rid of these 3 in place of those 3 XYZ monsters. So thanks for watching my deck profile video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, let me know what you think about it, and don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for some more videos.